Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 2 of the league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on February 1st, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. League Cup, Saturday, February 24th at 11 a.m. Central Time at Die Hard Games. And check out Pokemon's event locator for premier events at the shop, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick. Subscribe to this channel. Ring the bell for notifications. Say what you need to say in the comments and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's get into this game where I'm going to do my best to keep up with this unfamiliar to me grass deck over here on the left versus Miraidon on the right. Looks like we started recording during Miraidon's first turn. Played a bunch of cards, set up their board pretty nicely, mostly thanks to that Miraidon EX's tandem unit ability. Once per turn, you can search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning Pokemon to put onto your bench. So I'm sure one of these 3 lightning Pokemon on the bench were found. Squawkabilly EX is on the bench as well. I'm not sure if we used its Squawk and Seize ability yet, along with that Mew EX with the awesome Restart ability. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in and try our best to keep up. Here we go. We're hitting that Squawkabilly Squawk and Seize. You can only use its ability on your first turn, but when you do, discard your hand and draw 6 new cards. Looking for those electric generators. I already see a Forest Seal Stone attached to that bench Raikou V, giving it the V-Star Power ability Star Alchemy to search the deck for a card once during the game. Electric Energy manually attached to that Raikou V. Raichu V being checked out here by the opponent. It's mostly used to blow up something big that's in front of it by discarding a bunch of energy, of course, so really can only do that really once per game. But passing things over to our grass player, Hisuian Lilligant V in the active spot here. Leafeon V on the bench and just joined by a Bidoof as well as a Torrantula. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll get into the strategy of this leaf deck here as the board gets a little bit more developed, but next is Gardenia's Vigor. I'm still not exactly sure what that card does, so we will do some research in the professor's lab and check out what that is. Exactly that is. I know it has to do with accelerating energy and drawing cards, but Gardenia's Vigor. Supporter, draw 2 cards. If you drew any cards in this way, attach up to 2 grass energy cards from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, so looking to accelerate that grass energy here as well as fill up the hand. 2 cards drawn, and then 2 grass energy accelerated to the bench Leafeon V. Another Nest Ball is played to search the deck for a basic Pokemon to add to the bench. And we're going to grab another Tarantula. Am I saying that right? Let me know in the comments. Alright, we got 4 out of 5 bench Pokemon over on our grass side, so the board is filling up pretty nicely here. We've got our attacker powered up for next turn. Can even greening cells on that Leafeon V to accelerate another energy out of the deck. Let's see what else our grass player has for us here. Yeah, I think it's a greening cells from that Leafeon V. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a grass energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. This ability ends your turn. So, perfect turn 1 ability. Similar to Roar the Sword. Was an energy accelerated there? I didn't catch it. Looks like we're done searching the deck. I think there's 3 grass energy on that Leafeon V. Yeah, it looks like there was a 3rd energy attached to it. So it's both of its attacks are ready to be used once it evolves into Leafeon V Max. And play resumes over on the lightning side. There is that Forest Seal Stone in play, so something can happen this turn. And it looks like we're going to be using that now. Forest Seal Stone, again, gives the Pokemon V it's attached to the V-Star Power ability, Star Alchemy. When you use it, you can search your deck for a card. Half of a Star Birth, right? But still very effective. Wonder how much those Forest Seal Stones are going for right now. That I actually won't look up in the professor's lab today, or right now at least, to keep my eyes here on this game and keep bringing you this sweet Pokemon TCG action. Local action. Locals hit differently, right? Let me know your favorite memories from locals in the comments below. So a card was chosen here. I have no big predictions on what it is without seeing the hand. Something like the electric generator would be nice to find. A supporter, if the hand doesn't already have a supporter in it. Usually not lightning energy. There's usually lightning energy in hand to attach. A way to switch could be helpful as well. But we're going to see a lightning energy attached to that Raikou V. A switch card being played to switch and move that Raikou V into the active spot. It's fully powered and ready to attack now, but not before an electric generator comes down. That item card lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can attach up to 2 lightning energy you find there to your bench lightning Pokemon in any way you like. We hit 1, we'll take it. 1 is better than 0. 2 is optimal, but we will take 1. Lightning energy, I imagine, will be accelerated to either the Raichu V or the Miraidon EX on the bench. Iron Hands is, I guess that could be good against a 120 HP Bidoof. The Iron Hands amp you very much, and our Lightning player is going to agree with us here, as that Lightning gets attached to the Iron Hands EX on the bench. Boss's order is coming down now to bring up one of the opponent's Pokemon from the bench into the active spot. Going to chase that powered up Leafeon V. Raikou V uses its fleet-footed ability to draw an extra card from the top of the deck while it's in the active spot. And we must have the KO. I think we're doing 200. Yeah. Lightning Rondo is currently doing 200 damage with 9 bench Pokemon in play. Perfect KO on the opposing Leafeon V that was fully powered up. 2 prizes taken and play resumes over on the grass. Spidops EX evolved on the bench. We'll talk about some Spidops EX now. It has the Trap Territory ability. Your opponent's active Pokemon retreat cost is a colorless more. So that's not really a main attacker, more of a support Pokemon here in the matchup, although it's a fine attacker in a pinch. But really that Trap Territory ability adds retreat costs to the opponent's active Pokemon in order for Leafeon V Max to swing harder with its Grass Knot attack. Yep. But we'll talk about that again as it becomes more relevant. Gardenia's Vigor going back into the deck, so we must have had a Pal Pad or something like that come down. Yep. No, Pokegear. Pokegear 3.0. We're not really playing Pokegear correctly here. Let me back up again just to confirm what's going on here. Thank you guys for your patience here. So Raikou V gets the KO on the opposing Leafeon. Card is drawn per turn. The Spidops is evolved on the bench. And let's see what the next move is. Yeah, that's definitely a Pokegear 3.0. Not resolving that one exactly correctly. This is a newer player over here on the left. So I imagine it's just a whatever they are doing is a honest mistake here. Our opponent is a very experienced player, so they should be catching what's going on as well. Both players are responsible for the board state here. Let me make sure that that was a Pokegear 3.0, and then I'll move on. We'll just move forward. Yeah, Pokegear 3.0. So I'm guessing they mistook that for a PAL pad that lets you shuffle back from your discard to your deck up to 2 supporter cards. Our opponent definitely should have said, "Hey, you can't be doing that. What are you doing? Or what exactly are you doing? You know, something to stop this from happening." But we'll see. Maybe the players catch it and correct things. We know there's just a Gardenia's Vigor in deck that shouldn't be there. But either way, I'm sure it's an honest mistake. We'll move forward here and see what else our grass player has for us. Oh, they even had the Leafeon VMAX in hand. So that was crucial that our Lightning player took out that fully powered up Leafeon V when they did. And if that Pokegear 3.0 was resolved correctly, it looks like our grass player really could have used a supporter here. No guarantee that it would have hit something, as the Pokegear 3.0 lets you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and add a supporter you find there into your hand. It looks like our player might be recognizing that something wasn't resolved correctly here, as they're taking a good look at the Pokegear now. Maybe catching that mistake here, but we'll let them do their thing here and take a look at the board state. So over on the right, our electric player has put together their ideal board, I think, for this matchup. And yeah, looks like they're talking the Pokegear over. I guess let's put the judge hat on now. So how do we resolve the Pokegear? Let's see if the players do something to resolve it. What I would probably do is, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because the deck was shuffled when it shouldn't have been shuffled. So that's kind of just an illegal move and kind of an irreversible move as well. But technically, either way, after a shuffle, the deck will be random. It looks like our players actually did call a judge over and is having things resolved now. So we knew one Gardenia's Vigor went into the deck. That's pulled out from the deck, put back into the discard. Looks like the deck will be shuffled, and then play will be given back over to the players just to resume here. The deck's random either way, whether it was shuffled or not. That's all that's important, is that we're presented with a random deck here. So let's move forward with this Pokegear 3.0. Look at the top 7. Add a supporter you find there to your hand, and then shuffle the rest of the cards back into the deck. I do see a PAL pad in deck, so yeah, I'm sure honest mistake just confusing that Pokegear with the PAL pad. They both have something to do with the supporters. Easy mistake, I'm sure. So very good that our players caught that, and good for our grass player to find a supporter off of that Pokegear to continue to advance this turn. Iono will be played now. That supporter has both players shuffle their hand, put it at the bottom of their deck, and then draw cards equal to their remaining prize cards. Our grass player will get 6 cards here, and our lightning player gets 4. Oh, that hand is evergreen right now with all that grass energy in it. Kind of clunking up the hand actually there. Grass energy attached to the bench Spidops EX, and things are passed over to our lightning player. Let's see what they can put together here on their turn. There is a KO lined up already. But if we could bring up that 200 HP Lilligant, that would be very good. But going to start things off with this electric generator here, and it is a double hit off of that generator this time. 2 lightning energy can be attached to lightning Pokemon on the bench in any way our trainer chooses. Probably would put them all on the... At least one would go on the Iron Hands, but I think this is good to put both of them on the Iron Hands EX as a second electric generator is played. Alright, let's see. That Iron Hands EX main attack, the amp you very much, does cost 4 energy total, so having 3 on it is very good as it just needs 1 more manual attachment to start attacking. We can go in with it this turn even too. Second electric generator finds 2 more lightning energy. So I think we put 1 on the Raichu and 1 on the Iron Hands. Depends on what's in hand too. There could just be a lightning in hand. So splitting this up between the Raichu and the Miraidon would be okay. But we'll just wait and see what our player does here. They're really debating on putting both of them on the Raichu. But gonna split things up. Very good, very safe here. They must have a lightning energy in hand as a Peony is played. Okay, actually no lightning energy in hand. Peony is a supporter card that has you discard your hand and then you can search your deck for 2 trainer cards to add to your hand. That experience share being found as well as a boss's orders. Okay. For next turn, of course. Boss would be for next turn. So maybe our player is just content with taking the KO on... Oh no, actually we're going to draw a couple more cards with Mew EX's Restart as the experience share is attached to the Raikou V on the bench, and Mew uses its Restart ability to draw up to 3 cards into the hand. Hisuian Heavy Ball is found. That lets you look at your prize cards, and you could switch the Hisuian Heavy Ball with a basic Pokemon you find there, shuffling the prizes up and laying them back out afterwards, of course, as another Mew EX is liberated from the prize cards. Pokemon Catcher now being played. Flip a coin, and we'll see if it's a blank card or not. That's rolling way off the table. Guessing by the body language it was a tails. Yep, it was a tail, so blank card. If it's a heads, it acts like a boss's orders. But we're okay to take a KO on the active Bidoof after a fleet-footed from the Raikou V in the active spot to draw 1 more card. I don't know, if I had that grass or the lightning energy, I'd probably retreat into the Iron Hands and start taking 2 prizes at a time, but Bidoof is KO'd by a Lightning Rondo, and play resumes over on our grass side with a handful of green and the boss. So really just a boss stall option here for our grass player. They do power up that Spidops EX. It has the Wire Hang attack, 90 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each colorless in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Raikou V has 2 retreat currently, I believe, thanks to the Trap Territory ability. So we'd be doing 90 plus 60. 160 damage, not quite enough to take the KO on the Raikou V. So Boss's Orders is played to bring up that Iron Hands EX. Wow, that has a lot more retreat. Iron Hands, I think, has 4 retreat. Let's let our players calculate this before I do, but yeah, he's gonna take a look at that. We might have the KO here. I'll do some math here in the background. Yeah, we got the knockout. 5 times 3 plus 9 is 240. So yeah, that Spidops EX taking the KO on the opposing Iron Hands EX. Wow. Of course, an energy which was saved thanks to the experience share on the Raikou V. That's why you've seen a energy move there before Iron Hands EX and all cards attached went to the discard pile after the knockout. But big KO here on the Iron Hands EX before it even got to take any prize cards. Raikou V is promoted into the active spot and play resumes over on its side. Now let's see if our Lightning player can respond as they attach an experience share to the bench. Miraidon EX puts a Beach Court in play. Oh, that's an interesting interaction here too. I'm going to take a look at that, and I've actually got to look that one up because that could be relevant here. Beach Court, I believe, makes all Pokemon in plays retreat cost 1 less, but I got to check out the exact wording so that way I can see how it interacts with Spidops EX's ability. Alright, Beach Court says the retreat cost of each basic Pokemon in play is 1 colorless less. So yeah, I guess there is virtually no trap territory ability in play currently, with only one of them in play. So the Beach Court kind of just cancels it out. So now that Raikou V has 1 retreat cost. Mew EX will use its restart, or did we restart already? No, we're just putting a marker on saying, okay, I have this ability to use. They're going to see if there's any more cards that can be played from the hand this turn. Spidops EX has 260 HP, so currently only the Raikou V can take the KO on it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy in play. So if we discard all that energy with Raikou's Dynamic Spark attack, it can get the KO. Now I think we're seeing the Mew restart ability to draw up to 3. And energy is attached from hand to the bench Miraidon EX. Now we actually have the KO from Raikou V online, but we'll see what our trainer decides to do here. Second Mew EX restart being used here to draw up to 3. Fleet-footed being used on that Raikou V to draw 1 more card. Seeing all the options, accumulating all the options before attacking. Okay, so just punching this Spidops as hard as they can. 5, 6, 7, 8 for 180 damage. And play resumes over on the grass side. They immediately counter the stadium with a Skater's Park that says when a Pokemon manually retreats, the energy goes into the trainer's hand instead of the discard pile. Ultra Ball being played to discard a couple grass energy to search the deck for a Pokemon. You imagine we're going to see that Lilligant V-Star or another Spidops EX. Lilligant V-Star is the target of that Ultra Ball. It evolves on the bench here. Hisuian Lilligant V-Star. We'll talk about its attacks and abilities once they become relevant. I guess the ability could be any time, so let's take a peek at that. Hisuian Lilligant V-Star has the V-Star power ability, Star Perfume. During your turn, you may search your deck for up to 5 in any combination of grass Pokemon and grass energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Okay, so just set up. We could find the rest of the Spidops DX from the deck. I think that's what we're doing right now. Yep, using Hisuian Lilligant's V-Star power to search for up to 5 in any combo of grass energy and grass Pokemon. So there we go. I see the 5, 3 grass Pokemon, 2 grass energy. That's good because it sets up our grass player's board to what they want their strategy to be doing for the game by evolving those Spidops EX on the bench, making our opponent's Pokemon heavier. A Leafeon V hits the bench as well. It looks like Spidops EX is manually retreating into the Leafeon V. Our grass player keeps the grass energy from the retreat, of course, thanks to Skater's Park. This is interesting, leaving the Leafeon V in the active spot. Okay, I was going to say. So they actually do not retreat to the Leafeon V. They retreat into the Spidops EX. The undamaged one, of course. Grass energy attached from hand to the bench Leafeon V. Anything else before greening cells? Nope, just a greening cells from the Leafeon V. To accelerate a grass energy from the deck to a Pokemon. Yep, to any Pokemon in play. I imagine it's going to get accelerated to that Leafeon V. Nope, actually going to go to the active Spidops. Okay. The only Pokemon on the other side that can knock out Spidops currently is the Raichu V. It didn't happen the last turn, so maybe our player thinks they can, or bets that they can tank one more time as play is resumed. Our play is passed over to our Lightning player. They attach a Lightning energy from hand to a benched Mew EX, I think. Yep, final answer here. Next is a boss's orders in order to bring up that Leafeon V. Raikou V is currently doing 200 damage as it uses its fleet-footed ability to draw a card from the top of the deck. So let's see. Yep, we have Lightning Rondo doing 200 right now. No. We played boss's orders. Good catch on our Lightning player side. Only one supporter can be played per turn, of course. And nothing else to do but to take the KO on the 200 HP Leafeon V in the opponent's active spot. 2 more prizes taken and play resumes over on the grass side as we start off this endgame with a Nest Ball to search the deck for a basic Pokemon. Our grass player currently has 4 prize cards to take before they win the game. Our Lightning player has 1 prize card. So we're going to have to see a KO combined with some disruption, such as Iono or something like that, in order for our grass player to stay in this game. Let's see what they could do. Energy attached to the active Spidops EX. And there we go, the Iono being played. Both players shuffle their hands, put them to the bottom of their deck, and then draw cards equal to their remaining prize cards. Now this isn't the worst thing in the world for the opponent, the Lightning opponent, as they have double Mew EX in play with the restart ability to draw more cards, but this is definitely what our grass player needs to do in order to stay in this game. Let's see if they could put together the KO now with a Ultra Ball, okay, being played, discarding 2 cards to search the deck for a Pokemon. Let's see if there's another Spidops EX in deck. There is, and it evolves onto the bench. Alright, we've got 3 in play. Our Raikou V's retreat is now 3, as the Spidops EX Trap Territory ability does stack. So 4. We think we do have the KO. The Spidops has the KO, 210 damage, something like that. It's currently doing, with the Raikou V having effectively 4 colorless in its retreat costs. Yeah, 210 damage with Wire Hang to take the KO. And then, yes, experience share on the bench has to be resolved. That saves a couple, those 2 lightning energy from being discarded there. So one goes on to the Raichu with the experience share. The other goes on to the Miraidon that has the other experience share. Raichu V put into the active spot. And I think the writing's on the wall here. Our player's still going to go through the motions here and get the max damage they can with Dynamic Spark as a electric generator is played. Let's see if there's any hits. Oh, one hit. So every generator has hit. Very good. That lightning energy being accelerated to the bench, Miraidon EX, and we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lightning energy in play. Raichu V, of course, has the dynamic spark attack. For two lightning energy, you may discard any amount of lightning energy from your Pokemon, any Pokemon in play of yours. This attack does 60 damage for each card you discarded in this way. 60 times all that electric energy in play that I'm sure will be discarded for the last prize of the game is more than enough to take the KO on the opposing Spidops EX and the game. Pretty good game we got there. What'd you guys think of this video in the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.